Hello, dear adventurers, and welcome back to another Needlessly Complicated 14. My name is Arietta, and I'm so excited because our gameplay is no longer smooshed into a corner. I finally got the second monitor set up so that my game can be full screened, and I can see chat, and I can see the captions to know if they have suddenly stopped without warning. So I'm very excited for that. um, Also, I do apologize if there is background noise. My partner is presently home and playing Overwatch, and it doesn't sound like he's being partnered up with great teams. Unfortunate. But yes, today we are continuing getting all of our jobs to level 20. I'm going to turn that music down. I think I had forgotten at some point to... Yeah, the background music needed to be turned down, so we did do that. It's just that my headphones are loud. Good to know. If anything is too loud or too quiet, I do have to keep the background music quiet for potential copyright strikes on YouTube VODs. Why did it... Okay, that's an interesting way to translate what I'm saying. Being able to see the captions in real time is very interesting because it doesn't always catch what I'm saying correctly. But yes, if there is a sound issue you would like me to address, please let me know in chat. I appreciate it greatly. So, last time on Needlessly Complicated 14, we had finished the job quests, the level 20 job quests, for half of our jobs. We did all the jobs in Gridania and all of the profession jobs in Ul'dah. Is it still saying Catania? Okay, I'm going to correct that. This might be a problem because I'm also very distractible. So let me just pull up settings real quick. Word replacement. Catania. Gridania. Okay. Is it doing it correctly? Can I say Gridania? Is it going to... Yes. It's going to say Gridania. Okay, cool. Also, I apologize if the music just randomly cuts out because one of the things that the game does is the music stops playing and sound stops coming from the game when you are outside of that window. But now that we are doing all this problem solving, like I said, last time we got through all of our Gridania jobs and all of our profession jobs in Ul'dah. I'm going to let it slide. Otherwise we'll be here all day. So now we have our combat jobs in Ul'dah, and then we have all of the jobs in Limsa. But the last thing we did was the Weaver quest, which is why we're here. But we are decked out in our gladiator gear, so we're gonna go do the Face of Thal, which is gonna be out by Blackbrush Station, so I'm just gonna teleport there. Make it a little bit faster. Oh, we got teleported right in the middle of some very pretty bird wings. Bird? That's a... I don't know what that is. Its face is shoved into the aetheryte. Anyways, this is not why we're here. And I did want to go in here, so we do have to do all those, but first we have to do the Ul'dah quests, so that way it should show up on our map. There they are. So what does it want me to do? Oh, I have to be down here? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, one of them was injured, and we suspect that it might be more mercenaries. Help! Help me! I can't feel my... Potent potion, approximately 14 times more effective than a normal potion. Thank you, sister. It all happened so fast. Over by the tracks to the north. I don't know who attacked me, nor why they left me alive, but I dare say the answer is out there. Surely someone saw something. Righto, good friend. So we're going to talk to people and see if anybody saw anything and are willing to speak on it. The fellow outside? Aye, I saw him stumble in when I left the bar to take a piss. Was alone, as I recall. You say he's wounded? I thought he was just drunk. Not helpful. Also mildly vulgar. Why am I running? We have a chocobo now. Why am I running? Okay. Suspicious characters. Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing garish purple robe. At first I thought he was talking to himself, but then I realized he had a link pearl. I heard him say something about the wrong man and the Silver Bazaar. Does that help? Suspicious! Okay. And this is a point of ambush, so we'll see if we can see anything from here. And I found something. So now we can take it back to the gladiator. Purple robe? That sounds familiar. Aye, it was him, I'd swear it. Did you find anything else? A metal ring engraved with a scorpion, its tail poised, ready to strike. Picked this up by the tracks, eh? Might well have belonged to the bastard. Can't say I've seen its like before. Might be as Wymond could tell you more. You know him, don't you? He's the bespectacled bloke who's always lounging around Emerald Avenue in the city. Course, being the businessman that he is, he'll probably ask you to be compensated in exchange. Show that ring to Wymond. He's sure to know something about it. Okay, so that's back in the city. Let's see if we have... So the threat of perplexity is going to be out near Horizon, and keeping the spirit alive is near Drybone. Of course. Let's go to Horizon first. Actually, no. Let's go to Drybone first, because Horizon is closer to Ul'dah, so we can be closer to turning them all in. Okay. And this one is Pugilist, isn't it? And none of those were quests, those were all leaves, correct? Oh, but there are quests on our map, holy crap. I don't think we're close enough for them to show up on our mini-map yet, so we don't officially have to collect them just yet, and a good thing too, because we almost have 2/3 of our journal full at the moment. Okay. so this is Pugilist Quest. Yeah. And what do we do for the Pugilist Quest? Boot shine on the indentations, obtaining hornet stingers. Great. We're probably gonna have to fight off these mongrels first because they are in the way. I hear a buzzing. The trees are after us again. We cannot see through the foliage. Ugh. Oh, apparently that monster wants us too. Oh. He's already gone. Well, that was quick. Okay, so that's 2 out of 3. I thought I saw the last one over here? Maybe? Nope. Nope, wrong direction. Okay. Okay. That's that. So now we change to Thaumaturge, which is over here. And we head over to Horizon. Because it's over near there. Oh, that's right. I remember doing this on my Lalafell alt. Trees, man, they keep wanting to hide our view. Okay, that's a little better. I had to adjust my chair because I was hunched over like a shrimp trying to reach my keyboard. I just had it a little too tall. Just a little bit. Okay. I always have a hard time with these downsloping stairs because they hide your view and then you get stuck on the posts and pillars and nonsense. And it's a little harder to see the ropes for the railing. Okay, Kokobusi. Or rather, not Kokobusi. That's an interesting way to try and correct what I'm saying in the captions. It's weird getting to see them fully instead of just in part. Ah, Arietta, so good of you to come. My Rogadin friend here is the warrior I mentioned back at the ossuary. Now, there's no time to waste. Why don't you head into the stream and examine the bodies of the slain mages? I could go with you, but my delicate stomach... I fear I might contaminate the scene. Remember, you're looking for anything that might help us track down this killer. All right. No, we are not joining the fate. Okay. gathered a bracelet. And a book. And a scepter. Did you uncover anything incriminating? We found a bracelet. So much blood covers this piece of jewelry that it's impossible to tell of what it's made. A shredded tome. This book appears to have been torn apart with something sharp like a claw. And a scepter, a bloody scepter specifically. The blood smeared about to the head is still sticky to the touch. Gross. Heh, the blood is yet slick to the touch. The slaughter must have been recent indeed. The villain may yet lurk nearby. Return to the creek where the bodies lay and linger for a time. I dare say your aura, saturated as it is with enticing etheric energy, will lure the Mage Slayer into the open. Have courage, Arietta. Our burly companion stands ready to leap to your aid. All right. Where is it? Over here somewhere? Aha, destination. Ah, right by the giant toad. I don't like toads after they keep killing me in this game. Especially not these ones, but this is an instanced area, so... Yep. Ooh, Soul Sucker Imp. And unfortunately, it also uses Thaumaturge spells, which is very unhelpful. Oh, seemingly ordinary imps over there. Great. Okay. Should have switched back to fire. Target out of range. Uh-oh. Our companion is not doing so great. Yeah, I failed. I didn't realize he was doing so badly. Yeah, normal. I'm not going on easy mode just because I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Apparently I have to take the little ones down as well. Okay, so it comes on about half health. Okay, seemingly ordinary imp. Stalwart swordsman, please. Please don't die. I need your help. if Seki saw this, she would be complaining that I did not use sleep, which is a valid point. But I didn't think of that until just now. There we go. That takes care of that. I'm off to collect me coin. Okay, so I do have to go back and talk to Kokobushi, it appears. But pretty soon we'll have already done 3 of the 10 quests. And then we just move on to Limsa. Immediately. It seems your partnership with our hired blade went splendidly. It is unfortunate, though, that one of the imps was able to flutter away. Oh, you did not notice? You wouldn't wish to report to Kokoboha with your trial but half finished, would you? Of course not. I'm afraid, however, that the Rogadin has already collected his recompense and departed for the nearest alehouse. What to do, what to do? Surely a thaumaturge of your caliber can handle a single imp, yes? If I'm not mistaken, it fled into that cave over there. Hurry now before it slips away into some hidden nook or cranny. Yeah, that's definitely incorrect for the captions. But this is obviously a trap. It's obviously a trap. And yet, we have to go into the obvious traps and pretend like they're not. That is not Kokobushi. Well, it is Kokobushi, but Kokobushi possessed by the void scent that escaped from Mormo's urn. It was feeding on the etheric energy of all those slain thaumaturges. Hee hee hee. And you, my dear mana-rich Arietta, were to be next. I have wanted to absorb your delicious power since the moment we met. A pity. This has been such an amusing charade. However, did you see it through? See through it? I am Kokobushi's brother. How could I not? It is time I destroyed you, Mormo, and put a stop to these sinister killings. As the eldest, I must take responsibility for my family's misadventures. Heh. A coward like you? Destroy me? Your opening strike should have pierced my heart, but instead you aimed for the knife. Fear stays your hand. Fear that slaying me will also slay your sibling. That's not creepy at all. Hee hee, poor spineless thaumaturge. I shall forever leave you with a pleasant thought. It was Kokobushi's fervent wish to amass this power. He craved the arcane strength to stand beside his brothers as an equal. What a shame that he must now stand against you. Hee hee hee. It pains me to admit, but there is some truth to that creature's words. I surrendered the perfect opportunity to end this. I have betrayed my own teachings. Return to the ossuary and report the completion of your trial, Arietta. I will remain here for a time and gather my thoughts. My microphone is picking up a lot extra today now that I can actually see it. That is unintentional. Maybe I need to adjust settings after stream. Okay, so now all of these should be please return to Ul'dah. Yeah, Hammond, Thaumaturge's Guild, and Ul'dah. Not job select. Teleport. Alright. So we'll start off with the Thaumaturge quest. Ah, Arietta, Kokobuki has advised me of your adventures. It seems the Mage Slayer slithered away, but your stint with the Swordsman was nonetheless successful. Consider this chapter complete. Your time with our Tome of Teachings is at an end. Ahem. Well, to be absolutely accurate, there is an addendum with additional advice, but Kokobuki considers it extracurricular. Even I dare not delve into those diabolical depths. I do not yet deign to die, you understand. I have yet to inform my brothers of Kokobusi's misfortune. I have yet to reconcile the maelstrom within my own mind. The most fundamental lessons of thaumaturgy demand that I slay the creature where it stood. It was the most opportune moment to strike, minimal risk, and victory all but assured. How many more will suffer for my hesitation and my cowardice? It will likely be some time, however, before Mormo resurfaces to kill again. Now that we have uncovered the deception, the Void Scent will seek a new hunting ground where Kokobusi's face is unknown. And though the respite may be brief, I must devote this time to considering my next course of action. Pray, leave me to my musings, Arietta. Alright. Not that much better. We don't do hats. That's an improvement, for sure. And this is probably the most improvement. Didn't we just get... Sorry, let me make sure I am... Okay. So, I thought we got the cotton dress shoes. Yeah, we did. So, we don't need those because they're not better. So let's try the dress gloves. Oh, they are better. I just can't wear them yet because they're for level 22. That's right. Oh, those are cute gloves. Okay, so now I believe that Gladiator is the next close. No, it's over. Where is it? Oh, it's just right there. That's not difficult. So this is going by pretty quickly, and I'm glad about that because, like I said, we still have After we finish here, we still have all 7 jobs in Limsa to get through. Oh, hi, Wymond. It's you. I thought I recognized the name. Well, now, if it ain't Arietta, everybody's favorite adventurer. I hear you threw your lot in with the gladiators. A questionable decision given the events of recent days, but to each his own. To what do I owe the pleasure? The scorpion ring. Oi, put that away before someone sees it. Where in the 7 hells do you get one of those rings? What? You don't recognize the sigil? Goddamned fool. Before you go stumbling around in the brush, you ought to at least know what kind of venomous bastards will be lurking within. Been a long time since Uldah's seen a criminal organization rise from obscurity to notoriety as quickly as the Alacrin. Word is they've got connections to the Brass Blades, the Syndicate, and God knows who else. But you didn't hear that from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourselves into. Understood? Okay. Apparently it's bad. Let's turn in that pugilist quest before we head over to the Gladiators Guild. So many Lawless. Oh no, it's just Lawless and a lot of minions. Okay, make sure we're wearing all of our best gear. That we are. Boop, boop. What is it now? Can't you leave a feeble old man in peace? I have hornet stingers for you. These sharp appendages each contain a single drop of poison. It is, however, extremely difficult to remove one from the carcass of a hornet without the drop spilling. Thal's balls, these are hornet stingers. You trained as I once did out in Drybone? Heh, those hornet clouds were right pesky buggers. I fair lost count of the times they stung me, though I remember the places well enough. The pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. Ah, the memories of my younger days come flooding back. What I wouldn't give to relive them. Arietta, I want you to fight me, right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again, to have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Oh, so we're doing this. Well, okay. I'm gonna hit that button, so I'm ready. Does it carry over into instances? We'll find out shortly. Oh, he's level 1. This is sad. I feel bad now. Ugh. Ugh, that'll leave a bruise. I feel bad. I just beat up an old man. Okay, he's level 4 now. Yes, starting to come back to me. You won't have it easy this round, Arietta. Yeah, have you no respect for the elderly? I do, and this feels bad. Level 8 Hammond Holy Fist, okay. Yes, yes, my strength returns. Come on, let's go at one more round. Again? This is Chichudo talking. I feel so alive, as he lies motionless on the ground. That's a Cute little dance. Ha ha ha! Gods, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. Mayhap there's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet, see if I don't. Gah ha ha! What are you doing, old man? Learning how to walk? Oh, what's this guy? Oh, and it's with the little Lalafell trader dude. You're Wegfar Whiteaxe! Ain't none called me that in ages, nay, not since the day you defeated me on the blood sands. I gave up prize fighting after that for the humiliation, but it weren't long until I found a place in the Alacran. Your boy Rurukuda works for me now. Imagine me surprised when I learned he used to train under the mighty Holy Fist. But Holy Fist ain't nothing but a name these days, so I'm told. How do you sleep at night knowing how flaccid you've become? Course, if you're having trouble nodding off, you could always try a whiff of Somnus. I'll even give you a complimentary sample, but like as not, a doddering old sort like you won't ever wake up again. Gah ha ha! Shut your mouth, Wegfar, or I'll shut it for you. Now, let's be civilized for a moment, eh? We're old friends after all, and friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'll be glad to lend a helping hand. By way of motivation ye... By way of motivating ye, how about we have us a rematch? Of course, it'd take place in public, just like old times. Oh, and there should be a fittin' purse as well. Let's say the winner gets the Pugilist Guild. What? That's ridiculous! Master, you're not obligated to take him up on this. Ah, this must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep her on as me personal assistant. Gah ha ha ha! Ugh, gross. Gross, gross, gross. Do you really mean to fight him? Have no fear, Chuchuto. Master. Arietta, I don't mean to put undue pressure on you, but the fate of the guild rests upon your shoulders. I don't believe this. Listen to me, Chuchuto. I know I can do this. I just need Arietta to keep getting stronger, as she's been doing so far. Fighting her reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. Okay, gonna take a sip of water. I'm gonna pour more ice water into my giant cup of water to make it cold again. I'm trying to remember to stay hydrated. It's triple digits again today. I'm not a fan. And I hear the cat yelling, of course. She's been really talkative lately. Like, more than usual. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch business, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were to face Wegfar as I am now, I'd be down for the count in a matter of heartbeats, if not lying dead in a pool of my own blood. But I'm determined to win, and I can with your help. Your presence sets my fighting spirit to raging, Arietta. So, keep at your training. I promise to do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here, and we'll both continue our lesson. All right. Though I still feel bad fighting an old man that struggled to fight, what was it, like a shrew? It was a wild shrew or something. Anyway, I think I'm wearing the goatskin jacket. Yep. Except the green one probably looks better. And the goatskin arm guards. Okay, so are these better? It doesn't look like it. We'll just take the money. Okay. Recommended gear. When do I get new pants? Boxing in a miniskirt just doesn't sound like a great plan. Okay, so where were we off to next? It was to the Gladiator Guild and then Limsa. It is very hot in my office. I probably should have brought a fan in here or something. Definitely not the cat, though. Because the cat is loud. Like I said, she's been yelling a lot more lately. She's also been really wanting to go outside and has been making a point of bolting out the door whenever it opens, if she's nearby and no one catches her. It's also really funny when you do catch her because she'll just like go brr, 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 just make purr chirping noises, and as soon as you pick her up, she goes eh, like a baby. Just like a grumpy baby, not like a crying baby, just a baby that go wah. Oh, Arietta, I was wondering when you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? He was attacked by a member of the Alacran. His attackers may be headed to the Silver Bazaar. I think that's more relevant in this circumstance. We can talk about who it was in a second. The Silver Bazaar? Then it must be the same gang of ruffians. One of our comrades returned from Stone's Throw moments ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed for the Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. The people living there are in grave danger. In their frenzy to find their quarry, the bandits won't scruple to destroy property and harm civilians, and the few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them, Arietta. We'll protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmate, all in one fell swoop. A bit melodramatic, if you ask me. Aldous, I told you never to come here again. I couldn't sit idly by while you charge into battle against an enemy you know nothing about. Mila, a responsible guildmaster would never risk the lives of her charges like that. Who are you to lecture anybody about responsibility? Mila, listen to me. This is the Alacran you're dealing with. So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the common bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it's not your fight. What are you saying? They want me, Mila. I've been fending off assassination attempts ever since I returned to Thanalin. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise. Just stay here while you go off on your own? Is that it? It's been 7 years since I let you leave all this. 7 years. Do you have any idea at all what you put me through? Mila, I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. Do you ever care about the people who suffered because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help. We'll settle this ourselves. Mila, wait. There's something you need to know. Enough. Get out. Get out. All right. Save some for the Alacran, but do try not to let Arietta here come to harm while you're at it. All right. So there is still stuff to do for the Face of Thal's, but this is our last bit for... It's probably easier just to go out the gate. Okay. Where's the door? There it is. Making coherent thoughts into words, very difficult. This is the last leg of our quest. So, Western Thanalin, adjoining area. So, Gates of the Sultana. And then we head to Limsa. And we have a chocobo now! It's still faster, but my goodness, it feels so incredibly slow compared to how my chocobo runs later on. On my main, my chocobo is much, much faster. Not least of which because it flies, but even this just little trot, not very impactful. Oh, that's a big old slime. That's probably, yeah, that's a level 50. Oh, it's the sewer syrup. I remember that thing. Gross. Still don't like that they name them after food. Very gross. Alright, so... we're back down at the Silver Bazaar. This was a fun little place. Okay, and there's Mila. Okay. There you are, Arietta. Everyone's in position. Are you prepared? I am mostly prepared, but my cat is still screaming. Because that's what she do. Okay. She's so mad. Oh, there's a lot of them. That's fun. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. I don't remember anything about playing this job. Am I supposed to be keeping the other gladiators safe? Because if so, we're already running into problems. What's this do? That's an interrupt. And that's a stun. Okay. And what's this? Provoke. This is gesture provokingly. Okay. Oh, we have mages. And that one stunned me. Rude. I'm just gonna AoE. I'm tired of trying to figure out who to hit first. They all need to be hit first. Okay. Okay. Those are all thaumaturges. Okay. Hit the thaumaturges, they're probably not as... yeah, very little HP by comparison. Okay. Charity of the Alacran. That's an interesting name. We succeeded. Rejoice, gladiators, for the day is ours. Hi, Kate! I'm doing great. How are you? Let's see if my thing works. Yes. So there is a link to Kate's stream. She's awesome. She's the only streamer that my partner will actually watch live with me at all. She's just really awesome, and I appreciate her. And on Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, she does Mortal Monday, where she goes over topics about mortality and death positivity. It's always very interesting and always educational. And on Wednesdays at 7, she plays another game. Currently, that other game is Final Fantasy IX, which I love because it's my favorite Final Fantasy game besides 14. And during the Mortal Mondays, she's playing Resident Evil 2 Remake, which I know very little about, but it's been fun to watch. So go follow Kate. She's great. Yeah, I'm also glad it's Friday. It's been a pretty long week, and it is hot as heck because West Coast. All right, leave him to us, First Sword. No, stop! Why is it always the Mikotes that just are bad but look real cute doing it? Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the First Sword is made of stronger steel. Leave her, Zana. Our business here is over. Only 79 there? That's lovely. My office is crazy warm right now because I didn't leave the door open. And that's bad for me because right now it's 100 degrees outside and it's only going to get hotter. I really need to get a fan in here. One day. One day. Also, Kate, thank you for shouting me out during your streams. I really appreciate it, and at least 2 of my followers are here because of you specifically, and again, I appreciate them, and I appreciate you. Ah, it's the other blade, the one that Aldous had. Oh, she knows the guy. What? What have you done, Livold? Aw, thank you. I try. First Sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. Okay, and of course our first view is of some sort of architecture or trees. So that's going to be Gladiators Guild, so we'll just teleport right back. So, once we've done this, we will have completed our 3rd level 20 job quest for the day. That makes 13 out of 20, and all the rest of them are in Limsa. And that man is in his underpants, with gloves and sneakers. Just showing up at the Aetheryte plazas is always so interesting and hilarious. it's so interesting because doing all the quests together at the same time, you really get to see how the stories interconnect. Because, for example, the Pugilist quest that we just did also dealt with the Alacrin gang. So that specific gang is referenced in both of these quests, as well as Thaumaturge quests at one point or another, because I believe they were helping to steal the urn that the Void Scent was trapped in. Yeah, it's a lot, and I'm so excited that we're finally starting to really get to piece together a lot of these plot lines, because that's the reason I wanted to do all of these. Give me a moment, Arietta. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this, Mila. I begged you not to go. You knew, Aldous, that Leovold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Naldthal, they called us. Never lost a match. Honored by the Bull of Alamigo himself. But that was then, and this is now. When I learned Leovold single-handedly transformed the Alacrin from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalin, I knew I had to return. It seems like a lifetime ago that the three of us used to train together in this hall. The Leovold I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. What aren't you telling me, Aldous? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I'm a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Mila, I promise. Okay, this is shiny. It is not better. We don't do hats until level 25. This is not better. What about the shoes? This is mildly better. Very little, but it'll work. I have so much gear, and I need to get rid of so much of it. Oh no! What is that? Oh, it's bright, bright, bright yellow. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh! And the sword is purple. And I'm wearing green and orange and gray shirt and reddish orange gloves. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, hopefully this is not going to last long. Okay, so I'm gonna do Fisher later because Fisher is always a problem for me. Let's see. Let's try to do the Culinarian level 20 quest first. Oh, thank goodness, an outfit that kind of makes sense. So bad. Clown suit of leveling. Okay, so let's immediately head over to the Bismarck because Limsa Plaza has only gotten worse with data center travel. Apparently they found out about some real weird RP stuff and just kind of ran with it. Also, a thing that I realized much later, like, I think I talked about it briefly when I was talking about people coming to different data centers because of the reputations that the North American data centers have, especially Crystal, you know, the one I'm on. And I'm just like, it's really not that bad here. Like, you get some things, but for the most part, like, people really kind of keep that to themselves, blah, blah, blah. So here's the thing about perspective. Something I totally forgot is that the first thing I did in this game, because it was annoying, is I turned off shout chat and, like, what is it, like /yell and I don't remember, but basically any sort of announcement or yelling or any of that kind of chat, I turned it all off so that it never appears in any of my chat windows. So of course I'm not going to see all of the very lewd content that people are posting in the Aetheryte Plaza. Of course I'm not going to go and find out that if you head down to the docks in Limsa Lumens, no, it's not Limsa Lumens, Charlian, Old Charlian, on Diablos, there is apparently a lot of ERP. And I never would know that because I don't see that chat. So yeah, of course I would think that the reputation is undeserved. When in actuality, I have just literally blocked it from view and never thought about it again. So, remember, your perspective might be different from everyone else's, especially if the first thing you do is avoid people. Oh, I was actually going to look at the thing. Of course I was. Okay, so dried plums. Do I have the necessaries for that? Pixie plums. I do not. I don't think we can get them from the supplier either. That's a big old nope. Okay, what about botanist? Pixie plums and oakwood from Upper Lenosha. Alright. Just because I don't feel like spending money. Yep. Hi, Seki! I thought I changed... I give up. I have my second monitor up finally, so I can actually see the captions as they go up, and it's very distracting because it's like, that's not what I said! Of course it's not what I said. I've known that the captions aren't great. Like, they're better than some captions, but it's still auto-generated, so it's still based on what an AI thinks I'm saying. Ooh, what's here? I don't want any more grade 1 carbonized matter, thank you. Yeah, it's pretty great until your name appears. Yeah, because it keeps thinking your name is a bad word. Or something entirely different. Okay. That is incorrect map. No, we're going to have it. We're going to have a quest within our mini-map, which means we have to pick it up. I'm running out of journal space! Just... chamomile, I probably need that for something. Sticky rice, probably need that for something. Noble grapes, probably need that for something. Pixie plums, need that right now. Okay. So, how many pixie plums? I just need the one? Cool. So let's go pick up the quest that Gagaroon has for us. Oh, it corrected Gagaroon to Karen. That's funny. Okay. Gagaroon has good goods. Good goods need delivery, but Gagaroon busy. Too busy. Have hot box lunch. Kikirin hot box lunch. Lunch for Tonga Toga. Tonga Tonga in Thalos. You take for Gagaroon. What? Where am I going? I have absolutely no ideas. None. Anyways, we will deliver the lunchbox later. They do look kind of painful. What it directly reminds me of is the one really old magic rat in The Secret of Nim. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. But that one's claws also looked painful. Secret of Nim is a movie based off of a book or book series. I spelled it wrong. Secret of Nim. So it's a movie slash book that supposes that in animal testing from the National Institute for Mental Health, while they were testing on mice and rats, they were actually able to instill human and superhuman intellect into these animals. The animals capable of intellectual thought then escaped and formed a society of their own. Hi, Robotic Humanoid! Welcome! We are talking about The Secret of Nim because it got brought up because these things have real long claws. How are you today? But yes, their newfound home is in danger of being destroyed by humans again, and they are close to being found, so they have to move their new home. Okay, so now we're going to take this. That is the wrong menu. Now we're going to take this and we're going to take it back to Limsa Laminsa. The cat is yelling again. She probably still wants to go outside. Okay, so this is job 14, job quest 14 out of 20. So we're getting through them. You want me to give you my opinion on your handiwork? Here's some dried plums. You had a quest item in your bag for 2 years and the NPC went to finally it arrives and I was like, haha, yeah. Yeah, Seki, I've had similar happen. I have quest items in my bags that I don't remember ever receiving, let alone where they're supposed to go. It's a problem. Well, my dodo won't need turning for a while, so I suppose I can spare a moment. Let's go to the upper floor. Oh, these are lovely. What kind of fruit did you say they were? Pixie plums? Well, I never. There isn't a hint of bitterness about them. The drying process rids them of that, you say? I had no idea. In truth, the only thing I did know about pixie plums is that they're traditionally a remedy for... Now, look here. We've barely exchanged 2 words since you joined this guild, and yet, here you are being presumptuous. What? It was all the guild master's idea? Oh, gods, has the man no decency? This is an outrage. The invasion of my privacy, unforgivable, and strangely moving. As busy as I am not so busy as Master Lingzeth, yet somehow he finds time to look after his many charges while I can scarcely spare a moment to look after myself. I've been working so hard, but maybe effort is not the answer. Perhaps I just need to relax a little. Thank you for the gift. I promise to take better care of myself in the future. Relatable! Incredibly relatable. More naps. I thought... Hang on, I'm gonna go double check. I did not put on the gear for this. So, I'm going to very quickly skip on through this, because I just did that. Yes, thank you. Yes, diving dove. You took a nap once, it was horrible. So these are what I'm wearing. That is a bold-faced lie, Seki. I know for a fact that you take a lot of naps. Whether or not you mean to. Okay. What else is here? I have blacksmith and armorer. Am I wearing the correct clothes for this one? Yes. Okay. I'm just gonna stand out here by the Aethernet shard and check over my quests. That's just first bedtime followed by second bedtime shortly after. Hopper Folion and actual bed. What were you trying to spell? Hopefully on an actual bed? Okay. Okay, speaking... Okay, that's the wrong one. I need to know this one. Materia Enhanced Iron Crosspeen Hammer to Britell. Okay. Do I have any materia left? I have 2 materia left. Let me just check real quick to see if I can extract any materia here. I know that someone had a YouTube video for how to auto-sort by spirit bond. I never actually did it, but I kept thinking I was going to do it. And, you know, putting it off, because of course, I'll just get to it later. And you know what happens when you get to it later. You don't actually get to it later. An action available on the menu? Really? Where would I find that? The skill bar, you think it's P. Um... P to open the menu. I did. This is what menu opens with P. General tab? Okay, general. On the left of it, this is the general tab. Materia extraction? Oh. Under mount roulette, yeah. So I don't... This is new to me. I didn't ever think to look in here. Okay, but it looks like we don't have anything spirit bonded at the moment. Boo. We might have to buy materia. But we can get to that after we craft some things. Okay, so what crafting do I need to do? Also, what is this? Just wearing the calfskin riding boots, a striped bikini, and a dwarf head. Limsa never fails to entertain. Hi, EK. Yes, random bikini person. Thank you for tuning in. How goes dealing with the cat? Oh, that's a cute sort of outfit. I want those shorts. What are those shorts? Gallant cuisses. Display gear? Does not show with that gear. But those are cute. Tried to take her for a walk. Got to the parking lot and she was done. Fair enough. Like, that's probably as far as she's gone. Is she at least stopped screaming? Paladin only glam. Good to know. Okay, iron crossbeam hammer. Iron hoplon. Okay. Less than before, certainly. Good, good, good. Okay. Iron ingot, undyed cloth, elm lumber. Okay, this is the part where I have to start taking notes, otherwise I'm going to lose my train of thought and all semblance of what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so. So I need 1 iron ingot, 1 undyed cotton. Do I have enough cotton for this? 1 elm lumber. I should probably check what I need to do for the iron hoplon as well. Cat chat. EK noticed no Saddam. I still have yet to figure out how to actually pronounce his username. It's Vosh, it's my partner. Hoplon is hot blonde. Okay, so iron hoplon. is 2 times iron plate, which is, I don't know how many iron bars yet, and 1 times elm lumber. Ecno, that's a good one. Of course it translates to acme. It keeps on giving. Okay. So 2 iron ingots, so that's going to be a total of 4 iron ingots, which is in fact a total of 5 iron ingots to do both of them. And I have exactly enough to make 5 iron ingots. Awesome! I'm glad that the cat is less screamy. I'm leaving it like that. That's just... Captions why? What? I probably could have done without that. That's fine. Okay. Oh, apparently my blacksmith is way over leveled and almost ready for level 25 stuff. So I'm gonna switch over to other jobs so that I can get what I need. No, not you, lumber. Elm lumber. Yay, I have enough stuff to make elm lumber. It's always a nice surprise. Yeah, I know I can smith ingots as an armor. That's why I switched out, because that's what I'm gonna do. Because I didn't realize that I was so incredibly overleveled. So that's 1 elm lumber. Gotta get all that EXP. Except that I absolutely did not use any mineral water. Shh, don't tell. Okay, so I just needed the 2 elm lumbers. So now we are going to switch to weaver. Cotton, undyed cotton cloth, cotton yarn. All my cotton stuff is elsewhere. I'll skip it, I'll just buy it. I'm pretty sure I can buy it right here. So armor, guild supplier, and undyed cotton cloth. And I only needed the 1. No. Just the 1. Okay. And now we go back to iron plates. So first we have to do iron ingots. Okay. So I am reminding myself, therefore I am also reminding you to check your posture and make sure you don't have shrimp shoulders, because right now I sat up straight and everything is popping. It sounds like popcorn in the microwave. It's not good. Also hydrate, since we're already doing other stuff. Group activities. That was an excessive amount of button clicking. However, it achieved the results we were looking for, and that's the important bit. Sitting cross-legged with your legs balanced on the side of your desk. Yeah! That's normally how I sit as well. I've had to change how I sit because of my new office chair. Specifically because it has armrests rather. Last one. So I can't sit cross-legged anymore because there's not enough room for the legs. Okay, so now I need to make 2 iron plates. Using an excessive amount of buttons to accomplish this task. And a second one. Okay. And now we create the iron hoplon while we're here. Okay, and now we switch back over to blacksmith. And it was a cross-peen hammer. Synthesize. The worst noise. So out of curiosity, the other day I looked up Final Fantasy XIV on the website Does the Dog Die? To see what people had put down for content warnings. Because I was curious and because I'm planning on adding that information to the description so that people are aware. But yeah, one of the things that was listed was misophonia. And it's just like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Why didn't I think of that before? Okay, so iron hoplon, we're going to meld battle dance materia to that one. Content warnings are basically... I'm not high enough level to get that one. Content warnings are basically such as like, this content could be triggering to someone who has experienced trauma in certain ways. Misophonia is related to auditory noises that make you really, really physically uncomfortable. It could be more than that, but that's just kind of like a general understanding, like it sets your teeth on edge. So yeah, that. So content warning for Final Fantasy would have to be things like, yes, the dog dies because there are a lot of dog-shaped enemies. So yes, that is one of the things. Okay, so what would it be? Materia? Okay. Savage aim? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We might have to do more quests before we can actually attach some materia to this stuff. So, I'm gonna turn in the armorer quest, and then we're going to do some other combat job quests. The type of materia on the hammer? None of these materia quests have to be... Oh, it might be because it's a gatherer materia and it's a disciple of hand item. That is possible, but it's also a higher grade materia. But you could be right, it could just be that. But either way, I don't have any other materia to attach. And the rest of the materia that I can buy is way too expensive, so I have to go spirit bond some items by jumping into battle in the same clothes that I've been wearing. What do you want? Hananza, have you running errands again? Here is an iron hoplon, high quality, with materia. What's this? Brought me a shield, have you? With materia. Impressive, but don't imagine a bit of materia is enough to make up for shoddy workmanship. I ain't the kind to be blinded by sparklies, lass. Now, let's have a closer look. Bugger me. But 'tis when they make the step up from bronze to iron that the weaker craftsmen start to show their limitations. The metal being a damn sight harder to shape, all manner of flaws creep into their work. But there ain't a single bleedin' one in this shield. Your hammer blows were steady and measured. And you've kept the thickness of the iron nice and even, too. No bugger wants his shield splitting in half 'cause the armor beat a bit of the plate too thin. A fine piece of work, this. Damn fine. That's twice you've passed me inspection now. I'm convinced. You've the kind of skill as demands respect, lass. So, as one artisan to another, let me ask you a question. What are your thoughts on Hananza's handling of the guild? I know you ain't been with us for long, but you must have wondered what she's playing at, am I right? If you ask me, the soft-hearted wench is polluting the damn place with the blundering amateurs that what are armorers in naught but name. An armorer crafts gear as keeps men alive. If you lack the skill or experience to make armor as'll do that job, you've no business holding a hammer. Just imagine what'd happen if a breastplate made of one of them lackwits fell apart in battle. And not just to the poor bastard wearing it, neither. I'm talking about what'd become of the guild's good name. The way Hananza entrusts these novices with real craftsman's work, she's spitting in the face of the builder. Only a tried-and-true armor should be taken in orders in dealing with valued patrons. By refusing to get rid of the old dregs, Hananza's dampening the flames in our forges. Forge Master my arse. How can she be so bloody blind? I don't agree. I think you're wrong. Alright, so that is 15? We did armor and we did culinarian. So yes, that is 15 out of 20 level 20 job quests. So like I said, I'm gonna have to switch over to doing the combat jobs because we are out of materia and the only way to get more is to go fight things. So we can't turn in the blacksmith quest until we get a piece of materia that we can use on it. Make stuff like training dummies. Yeah, I mean, that is true, but like, the guild is there so that people can go to learn. He's expecting people to already have learned before they enter the guild. And like Hananza had said, you need many hands to arm an army. You can't just do that with just like a select few. Okay, so speak with Sulkwib, and that's gonna be okay. Interesting. That's right, she's over at the Bismarck. Ah, Arietta, I assume you are here to discuss the missing child and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew? First things first, I would advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to the Red Rooster Stead and learn what more we can from old Nedard. Okay, so there's that. Red Rooster, where is that located? That is still the wrong button. Okay, lower. So fastest route is still going to be going out to middle and then running. And we have a chocobo! So we can ride the chocobo! Oh, apparently we need this boy for our hunt's log. I don't remember what any of these buttons do. That wasn't hard. Hey, look, there's another one. I think we need a... No? No, we're done. Well then. Isn't... Yeah. Since we're right here, we might as well do rogue questy quests so that we're not having to run around. I won our race. You owe me a pint, Arietta. Japes aside, though, it looks like Vikeba was right about the cargo. From what I've been able to catch from the swads at the gate, it seems a peddler was boned for carrying goods what was known to be aboard that transport. They carted the poor sod away in chains, but the cargo itself is still here. I saw a pair of jackets carrying boxes up that wooden ramp. We need to know what's in them crates. I get the feeling they won't open their gans for the asking, though. Not while this fool's challenge is going on. Do you think you could skulk over there and see what they found them treasures yet? And we go hide. He won the race a week ago. That's how long. 2 Yellow Jacket soldiers are inspecting the seized cargo. Approach them while cloaked in your hide ability and attempt to listen in on their progress. The Yellow Jackets are discussing the contents of the crates. This is all junk. No diamond, no earrings, and no bloody black sarcophagus. Looks like we'll have to lean hard on that skinny peddler if we're going to find them treasures. The sergeant says the merchant still pleading ignorance, claims he was hired to carry the goods through the checkpoint and naught else. What a pile of pugile shite. I'm guessing the pirates will have split the cargo and are trying their luck at every checkpoint. Captain Malala's already given orders to double the guard and inspect every cart and wagon what comes through. Okay. Because cracking down harder always works. That's a joke. So they found not of value, eh? Bene. Thought we'd lost the contest before we'd even properly started. But be that as it may, something don't add up here. Why would you order a cull to carry the goods through the checkpoint? No smuggler is that daft, surely. And even if by some miracle the gods you squirmed through Lethagrin without raising a fuss, why would you risk taking merchandise back into the city what you cloyed it from? No, there's a bigger picture here, and we need to take a step back to see it. Assuming the Curs hired this peddler to do their dirty work, there'll be someone in the shadows has brokered the deal, and I just happen to know a cove what makes it his business to oversee these kinds of shady arguments. Arguments? Was it arguments? Arrangements. The thing is, this black marketer bloke changes his haunts depending on how the breezes blow. Quite literally, in fact. I seem to recall the Navigator's Veil being shifted by a westerly this morning, so that'll put him Tiller's Rest, nice and close. Why don't we go ask him a few questions before we head back to the guild? It is not nice and close. So I'm gonna go do marauder stuff. Yeah, sprint swimming saved me when I died in the Red Sea. Is it the Red Sea? I don't remember. The Crimson, the Ruby. It might have been Ruby Sea. The one out by Doma. That one out there. I died out there and I had to swim all the way back out. It was awful. It was awful. So sprint swimming is the only thing. I'm going the wrong direction. Because I couldn't swim with a mount yet. And that was sad. Ruby Sea, okay. The Red Sea is the IRL one. Okay, another posture check because my back feels terrible. Okay. Hi, Neddard. Thank the gods you're here. It seems me grandson is set on causing naught but trouble for you. But surely you'd ken how the lad is feeling, how he's boiling with hate after that murderous beast. And the last time, when you came along like an avenging angel and showed him the strength of your steel, well, you lit a fire in his belly. He must have got it in his head to take revenge on the beast himself. Daft little bugger. Any road, once you had to Gujata been spotted. Once the Gujata had been spotted near Aleport, why, he shot through that door and like an arrow from a bow, and I ain't seen him since. I beg of you, find me little Sigurd before he gets himself stomped to death. That big bastard Aurochs has spilled more than enough of me kin's blood. Yes, he has. Oh, I have to talk to you first. Our course is clear. We must set for Aleport at once. An old acquaintance of mine, Farstim, often stands guard at the port gates. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. And check gear just to be sure. Yes. We are wearing silly little shoes. Okay, so that's going to be, well, Aleport. We'll just teleport to Aleport. Gotta get through these quests. Okay, so is he at the gate? Yes, he is. Have I seen a boy wandering about by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad traipsing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post and bring the child back ourselves. Large packs of jackals have been prowling the wilds of late, so if you mean to head after him, pray do so quickly. Hells, I might even pass along a word to the Marauders Guild. You'd be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. Okay, Sigurd's water skin. He dropped it. It's been a while since I've played Marauder, so I don't remember any of my buttons. Is this an AoE? Yes. Success, I found it. And of course, there's a fate right next to his satchel. Yes, another hostile presence, which I cannot AoE, otherwise these puck hatchlings are going to go after me too. Okay. And now we go up the hill, past the Yellow Jacket Captain, to Sulkvib. Have you found any sign of Sigurd? I found this water skin filled with more holes than water. And Sigurd's satchel. To be called a proper satchel, this would need an arm strap and a bottom. He must have been in a desperate hurry, indeed, to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across this wood axe, a tool the lad took from the stead, perhaps? He must have been in a desperate hurry indeed to cast away his belongings. And I came across this wooden axe, a tool from the stead. Okay, so I didn't miss anything like I thought I did. God's below, Arietta, over there. Oh. Arietta. And he passes out. Why am I just walking so slowly? Okay. Pack of jackals. Apparently I need to have tank stance on for this one. And there's even more of them. A scarred jackal. No, no, you have to pay attention to me. Okay, I think that's it. Yes, duty complete. Step aside. Virzoen. He breathes yet. We withdraw to the Red Rooster stead. Follow my lead, Arietta. Okay. Why does it make you laugh? Okay, so where are we now? Is this western? Yes. So if we wanted to get to lower, Moraby's gonna be closest. Yes, everyone swears a ballistic vendetta on a giant angry bull. The giant angry bull has been murdering more people than the freaking Garlean Empire. Oh, there's a Choco person here. I wonder if they'll take me to the Red Rooster instead. Yes, excellent. But yeah, this bull has killed so many people, including this boy's parents, and obviously his grandfather's kids. Of course they're not going to shoot it with their guns. Did you see the size of that thing? That's like shooting a dinosaur with a BB gun. Ineffective. And the law enforcement is busy dealing with smugglers. Because apparently that's their highest priority. As is proven by the rogue's quest. You place far too much faith in the law enforcement in this game if you think that they're going to do anything about anything and that they don't have so much else that they're already doing. They're understaffed. Psh. Alpha no. Rude. The point I bring up is his point. Yes, because he was right. I only take sides with people when they are correct, and he's just disproportionately correct. His methods aren't always correct because he places too much faith in the simplicity of them. However, he's right about the problem, just not the solution. You brought him home. I don't got the words to thank you. The lad's past the worst of it. He struck his head in the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. If you hadn't scattered those jackals when you did. I have done not to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Aleport, I realized the dangers were greater than I had anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. Pray accept my apologies, Nedard. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you, broken and battered. You risked your lives to save little Sigurd. How's a man to find fault with that? It's me who ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds you took protecting me foolish boy. You needn't concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There is not more we can accomplish here, Arietta. It is time we returned to the guild and focused on other tasks. Okay. That's the wrong button. Okay, that one's ready to turn in. Grinners in the Mist is going to be Middle Lenosha. Pincer Maneuver. I have to go to Hawker's Alley to find her, so I'll do that when I get back. So let's do Grinners in the Mist. And yet, I keep forgetting to check my map. I have streamer brain today. My brain is in streamer mode, where I forget what I was doing not 2 seconds prior. I try to take notes, and yet... No, make it up the hill. You can do it! Yeah! See, I told you. Good little chocobo. I pride myself on my memory for faces, but yours is unknown to me. Are you an earnest customer or an inquisitive annoyance? I must be sure of your intentions. Oh, so you send people to attack me. Great, thanks. Love it. 10 out of 10. Okay. Okay, do I just talk to him again? He doesn't have the thing over his head. Yeah, it's a bit violent, I agree. Yeah, ha ha ha. The dance is old, but the name is new. Put away your daggers, rogue. I have peddled my wares to your kind since the upright thieves stalked the night. Speak, what would you have of this humble merchant? Still tormenting the colts, eh, Granddad? We've come for information on a smuggling job. There was this peddler what was caught at the Lothagran checkpoint, moving merchandise for the grinning curs. Pleading innocence even when he had the screws put to him. You wouldn't know aught about the deal, would you? Every last sordid detail. Not a single grain of stolen sand passes through the shadows without my knowledge. But such prickly wisdom lodges tightly in one's throat. What have you brought to ease the pain of its passage? Yes. I think it's implied that they just passed out for, convenience reasons. No, no, murder is not always right. Spare me the theatrics, Granddad. Here's your usual purse. The sum is paid, the deal is made. May my answers sate your fickle hunger. Your hapless peddler was indeed innocent. He was but a beast of burden employed by associates of the grinning curs, and likely knew not of his freight's tainted nature. A pawn, if you will, a convenient decoy. There are those amongst my acquaintances who specialize in providing such services. Aye, that's what I thought. The curs wanted that colt to get caught. And now the jackets have had a taste, they'll waste their time yafflin' every shite pie of what comes through their checkpoints. Meanwhile, the real treasures are hidden away in the Darkmans along with the grinning curs. Not the Darkmans, Master Rogue, the Mist. Aside from the traveling merchant, the Cur's associates have spent coin on another piece for this little game. A navigator. One who is practiced in piling a vessel through the Doxy's pull. The Doxy's... The gods only know how many ships have sailed into that fog soup and never came out of it again. And that's where you say the Curs have gone to ground? Now there's a trick what took some bollocks. Once their hunted tub was sitting dimper in the mist, though, it would have been easy to have these associates, so there's ferry the junk goods to Lenosha. Then the canny coves just needed to wait for the peddler to get boned and draw the glazes of the Yellow Jackets inland. We need to strike now. As soon as they learn the coast is clear, they'll flee for open waters. A fair appraisal of events. Now that you know the location of your marks, however, it will not be so difficult to track them down. The Doxy's Pole was once an impenetrable shroud, but ever since the calamity, the mists are far less constant. Narrow your search to the heaviest banks, and you will soon uncover those who wish to remain unseen. But now a warning. The mists conceal other dangers besides the dogs you seek. A careless step may land you upon the chopping block. The chopping block? You can't mean... Seems I've found myself another lead to look into. You hurry back to Jack and tell him what we've learned so far. Alright. So... Grinners in the Mist is Rogue's Guild. And now we have to go to Pincer Maneuvers, which is Hawker's Alley. Mountain Strides is Marauder's Guild. So first we head back... No, not Gridania. Limsa. We're going to Limsa. Okay. First things first, Rogue's Guild. So we have to go down to Fisherman's Guild. And still. Okay, yes, I would like to go inside, Lonnie. And still no materia yet. About time, lass. You was gone so long I almost sent the stray after you. What happened to Underfoot? So, our marks and their bitten baubles are snug inside the Doxy's Pull, eh? I'll not discount the old man's warning, but we may not have been our chance to crash the curs and grabble them treasures. We board our ship right now, you, me, and Vakebe. I suppose we'll be needing ourselves a tub for the voyage. I'll have Swarzant and see what the dry docks can spare us by way of a ship and a reliable crew. Get your kit together and meet us there. Okay, and am I wearing all the right gear? Yes. This is a long one. And let's just turn in Marauders because I think we can turn in Marauders. So that's going to be Marauders Guild upstairs. I am glad the lad will live, but I fear this will not be the last time Sigurd abandons caution in his thirst for vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seethes, feeding his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we must not think ill of the boy. Instead, let his helpless rage be as a spur to our efforts. I say again, Arietta, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be. Okay, so are we wearing the Iron Cuirass? It is not better. Gloves? Again, not really better. And we were wearing the Iron Sabatons, weren't we? I thought we were wearing the Iron Sabatons because that's what we got from gladiators. I guess not. We'll take the money and all else fails we'll get more gear later. The vitality, yeah. Okay. And now I'm going to... If you have the Sabatons, the defense is better, yeah. Hawker's Alley. Where we need to be. Arcanist. Dodozen. You seek a Mikote agent of Malvin's Gate? Why, yes, I have seen her. Spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. The assessor was drilling me for details about a Kikiran smuggling ring based in Aleport, but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with the Granada of the Coral Tower. Coral Tower. So that is Marauders Guild. Forcier Clahia? Yes, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dos Maga. A member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Forcier was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dos Maga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Limsa Lumensa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. And now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus we hope to borrow the knowledge of Forcier Claia, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak to Forcier Claia, I imagine she has already safely returned to your guild. Okay. So we go down to the Arcanist Guild. back already? You were led to believe she had returned here? I'm afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Dosmaga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Dosmaga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirate's merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among these prisoners was a young Makote destined for some black market auction block. Though Clea was initially too terrified to even speak, the guildmaster brought her out of her fearful gaze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the selfsame tome that she has carried her entire career. Of course. Did you not mention that Clea's grimoire was thrown in the sea? There are rumors that the Kikiran merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods from the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over his salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. It is entirely possible the Foreseer's most prized possession was caught up in the Kikiran salvage net. I have no doubt now that Clea has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Arietta. That is where you will find our wayward assessor. Alright, and back we go. Okay. Why are we walking? I'm so used to running everywhere that I forget I have a chocobo now. There she is! Yes, combat pattern 256 should just serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you'll have to nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval strategy is complete. Arietta, it is good of you to come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you would piece together my movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. But there is good news. This prisoner was kind enough to confirm that the trader who salvaged the Morning Star's jettisoned cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. Limits in law and the policies of Milford's Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection, but alas, my personal belongings do not fall under that definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. The peddler has already departed for Candlekeep Quay. It is time I gathered to me such allies as I possess, and I count you as one of them, Arietta. Despite the nature of this endeavor, Mistress Thubergheim has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her at Ocean's Embrace. That is where we shall ambush this disreputable Kikiran. Okay. Ocean's Embrace. Where am I now? So we're at Dry Docks, and that's going to be closest. Okay. And I am a little over time today, but I do want to get as many of these quests kicked out as humanly possible. And just so that we don't get attacked by monsters on the way up. It might have been closest just leaving from Southgate, but we're already here. And I would have had to go to the Aetherite Plaza, then use the Aethernet to get there. So it's not too much of a difference. Okay. There she is. Greetings, Arietta. Your arrival completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust? We need not await Clythia's arrival. Once the Kikiran appears on the bridge, we shall spring our ambush. The strategy for trapping our targets relies on the two allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. This pincer maneuver was naturally the Foreseer's idea. As for the target himself, the Kikiran is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue so as to avoid attracting attention. But do not be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance, and they will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellow Jackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter, but they are willing to turn a blind eye for Clya's sake. In any case, the Foreseer's tactics account for our limited number and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured. Now let us take up our positions and wait for the Kikiran to arrive. I'm going to grab a little bit more water before this starts. All right. They pull knives and we pull books. This is not looking like it's going well. Okay, this one has his eye on me, so... Okay, and... and that should do for him. So now we go over here. Oh, that's right. They have these guys with them. I don't remember what they're called off the top of my head. Mamul, that's right. No, stop healing. Oh, it's the Mamul, isn't it? Well then, you stop healing, specifically. The act of healing others, stop it. And now we run. Oh my goodness. I wish I had an AoE. There's so many of them. Why? Okay. Are we still in range? Excellent. Is that it? Okay. You obtain a grimoire. Duty complete. Well executed, everyone. Were you able to retrieve my grimoire? Arietta, pray hand over the tome. It's ruined. My wonderful grimoire. It's ruined. The probability of repairing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo such ravages of seawater. I've never felt so defeated. I believe it's time I returned home. Leave her be. But how can I? He's right, Erslota. You must allow Clyaid time to process the loss. And you have other matters to which you must attend. Come, Arietta, it is time we return to the guild as well. Okay, so this is Grinners in the Mist. So, switch to Rogue, go back, and that is just down there. Cool, cool. Company Chocobo. I'll leave these guys to you. I could have just teleported, but... weren't we, like, just here? No, it was somewhere else with the Rogues Guild, wasn't it? Aleport instead of Moraby. This place is a maze. Aha. Alright, Arietta, I've put in some favors, and there's a crew what'll get us close enough to scamper aboard the Kerr's vessel. It'll be cramped up on that deck. If we try to mill the whole lot at once, we'll soon find ourselves up against the rails. So we go in a quick and quiet and try to knock 'em off a few at a time. Well, lass, are you eager to test your sea legs? Let's do it. More boat fighting. So many boat fights. Okay. Right, no one's seen us so far. Let's get to work. I'll sink me Stabbers and the captain. You two, those two back there are yours. Follow me, Arietta. Okay, I'm following. Okay, sir, please stop fighting. You're hurting Jack. What on earth is a growler that they are letting off the chain? Oh, that's what a growler is. Okay. So are these some of the pirates that were in Sastasha? Because they have a Curial, and we know that Curials were being bred for pirates in this area. Uh-oh. I forgot to use leg sweep. That would have been helpful. Okay, 6. There we go. There we are. Jack, I found me one of them treasures. Unless there's another fist-sized blue diamond on board, this has got to be the cerulean star. As for the other 2 baubles, I've tossed their cabins and been through the old ilm by ilm, but there's naught else here. Well, we'll just have to ask all sweet-like, won't we? Spit it out, Kerr. Where are you keeping the rest of your treasures? Ha! You'd think I'd spill me guts to the like of you, rogue? Maybe you wouldn't at that, but what about this partner you're working with? How'd you... We don't have no partner. So you're telling me this was all your own idea? You woke up one day and decided you'd attack a maelstrom transport right off the coast of Aleport, then disappear into the loving embrace of the Doxy's Pull? Not exactly your style, is it? The Grin and Curs are too bleedin' famous for being the crew of what turned their snouts up at privateering in favor of keeping the old ways. You've only escaped the Yellow Jackets' grip this long by crawling on your bellies and snatching scraps of what fell from the table. You ain't the type to sink your teeth into a Navy-owned vessel, no matter the prize. Aye, well, maybe there ain't no profit in being cautious no more. The age of pirates is swift coming to an end. Merrill won't be stopped, not by a piddling little crew like mine. That's why we've thrown our lot in with the executioners. This is why I keep thinking the black executioners are part of the outcast pirates. Because, like, even though they do have a ship docked in Limsa, they also do crap like this. And they keep showing up like this. That's why I think I remember them not being part of the Thalacracy's deal. That blue rock was just our share of the loot, the scraps from the table, like you said. If you want them other trinkets, then you'll have to take it up with our new mates. One job at a time, lass. First we need to get these stinking coves and their tub back to the docks. Putting aside the issue who gave the orders, there's no doubt that these was the coves as raided that maelstrom ship. Now for a punishment what fits the crime. I was informed that a certain well-known pirate ship was spotted weighing anchor at the Morrowby dry docks. I assumed that was your work. Aye, you missed all the excitement, Captain. But never you mind. The cerulean star is back and bobbing in our sneaky little fambles. Humph! And these must be the grinning curs. Degenerate fiends! How dare you ply your filthy trade in Luminson waters? How many innocent sailors were massacred that you might sate your vile avarice? Every one of your kind ought to be lined up and shot. A musket ball is the only answer for this rampant display of lawlessness. Wait. Do you mean to just execute him here on the bloody docks? At least take the buggers into custody first. Handing him over to you for lawful punishment will satisfy the demands of the code just as well. We've already got the answers to our questions, so feel free to take him away. Do not presume to give me orders, rogue. You only managed to capture these villains and their ill-gotten treasure by employing unsavory and unconscionable means. Why, you're not more than pirates yourselves. These bastards ain't worth a true pirate's spit. The Upright Thieves was formed to protect us from ourselves. Now they're just hunting dogs for the Admiral. Merlweb yanks the leash and another buccaneer disappears. You rogues are traitors to your own kind. If it hadn't been for you... Aye, go on then. Blame me and my coves for your own failures. You knew what you was about when you defied the code. You knew that we'd be after you. We're done here. Adorable. She's not adorable. She's annoying. And, like, incredibly violent. There are still 2 treasures left, rogue, and I mean to claim them both. I'd reconsider this contest of yours, Captain. Turns out this fish we're trying to hook is a shark, and it might just swallow you whole. It is not great. She's terrible. I don't like her. Okay, so Rogue's Guild, Arcanist Guild. And I already did Marauders. So, I'll be able to turn all of those in. Excellent. So, now we're heading back to Limsa. Oh my goodness. We're so close to being done. Even though we're over time by more than 30 minutes. And run away from the plaza! We're going to Fisherman's Guild first. Yes, she's a menace. Why are you so excited by this, Seki? Bene work on that ship, Arietta. First blood is ours. How do you take to fight in the sea? There are few that can drop an opponent as quick as a rogue, but mind you don't exhaust yourself just flailing your blades at the tougher coves. And that goes double for when you've mates on your flanks. If you notice yourself starting to flag, there's naught wrong with pulling back from time to time and staggering your attacks with each other to keep the pressure on. I've said it afore, lass, but I'll need you sharp enough to carve steel for what's to come. I'm afraid this will be more of a challenge than even what that little shrew was bargaining for. That's assuming the curs wasn't lying about the executioners, and the executioners are who I bloody think they are. Twixt you and me, though, I'm hoping the name's just a laughable coincidence. Okay, wearing the goatskin jacket, wearing the goatskin arm guards. Am I wearing the goatskin leggings? No. I thought... I'm gonna check. I don't know why the leggings aren't... I'm pretty sure I have them, though. I don't? How odd. Okay, now I have them. Yay, rogue done. Now Arcanist. It is getting very sweaty in here, so I'm hoping this won't take long. My office is very warm, and the air conditioning doesn't come in here when the door is closed. So it's just me next to a window, and it's 102 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Clea beheld her soaked and tattered grimoire, you could see the light of hope die in her eyes. There is, however, something we can do. I will call on your aid soon, but in the meantime, you would be well served to deepen your knowledge of the Arcanima. No. Slightly? And I'm wearing them. Let's try the gloves and see if they're any better. Slightly. I thought I had these gloves. Should you be good and stay away from the donuts while you are hungry? I mean, personally, I would just cut a donut in half and to indulge halfway. But that's a personal preference. Okay, so we have to... We still don't have any materia, do we? Okay, so what was it? It was, if we go to P, and then general and materia extraction. Okay, so it does do highest spirit bond at the top. The ash patins are very close. I think the ash patins are what we wear when we're in our fishing garb, so maybe, just maybe, if we get this fishing quest done... Ash patins? No. Dang it. Okay, so what wears the ash patins? All the other jobs, all the crafter jobs. Okay, what materials do I have on hand? Let's see. Armor could use some, and I think I can possibly make a few things with armor. Bronze ingot, need tin ore. Okay. Do I use copper for goldsmith, right? Yes, I can make copper ingots. We'll see if that works. Okay, here's hoping. Yeah, okay, so I only need to click that one. That's fine. Is it helping? That's the true question. 97. So it is helping. It's just slow. Come on. Because I have no idea how long the fishing is going to take, since it's a lot more random. "98%! We're getting there!" Let's just hope it's actually something that we can use. So for those who were not here earlier, haha! I need to make an item with materia in it, but I ran out of materia, which is very expensive right now. So, meld. Yes! Success! Okay, so now we switch back to blacksmith. Go back, and we can turn in the crossbeam hammer, and then the only Limsa job we have left, and the only level 20 job quest we have left, is fishing. Ha! Almost an hour overtime. But we're getting through it. Got that hammer for me yet? Don't forget she needs a piece of materia stuck to her as well. Any kind'll do, by the way. Don't have to be from an apron. Damn fine work as always, lass. She's got a good heft, this one, and you just don't get that with bronze. You'd tire quicker, of course, but that's a failing of the arm, not the tool. And even after you'd worked up a sweat, I reckon her cotton-wrapped grip would keep her firmly in your hand where she belongs. Ha! It's common for smithies to make their own tools, you know. There's no better way of getting just what you want, see, assuming you're half decent. I, for one, have always made me own. Bugger me, though, I'm starting to wish I'd asked you for two of these so I could keep one for myself. Heh, you really should let me buy you a drink sometime, lass. You've done a lot for me, and I don't want you to think me ungrateful. In fact, I'm wondering if we oughtn't to put your skills on display more prominently, really show our potential customers what the guild has to offer. No need to fret about that for the time being, though. You just keep hammering away, all right? Take it from me, lass. You'll do your best work when your only concerns are the hammer in your hand and the vision in your head. Byergot's blessing be upon ye. Okay, and I'm wearing the things I need to, so we're taking the money. That's 19 out of 20. So our last job quest for level 20 job quests is Fisher. Okay, so Chichirin is capable of catching fish himself. He lacks the patience to do so without first consuming his supply of bait. To show him that lures can be just as effective as live bait, Sisipu would have you catch 5 warm-water trout off the shores of Oakwood in Upper Lenosha using crowflies. When you've done so, show Chichirin your catch. Do we have crowflies? Okay, we have rat tails, bloodworms, pillbugs, crayfish, lugworms, versatile lures. We do not have crowflies. Let's see if they are in Hawker's Alley. So close. Okay, Hawker's Alley. Fieldcraft supplier. Disciple of land. No, those are tools. We want items. I'm not seeing it. Crowfly. I'm gonna get 10 and hope for the best. Okay, and so we're going to Upper Lenosha, which means the closest one is Aleport. Again. And we need warm water trout, but first we need to run, get our bearings, and run up that hill. Thank you all so much for bearing with me while I go extra long today. The last 10 job quests went so quickly, I was not expecting it to take this long. It seems like I just really struggle to estimate how long things are going to take, but I mean, that's part of the fun, is it, even with how much I have played this game, I still don't know all of the ins and outs and how long things are going to take. Okay, so let's see. So it's going to be in logs, and fish guide is different from the other guides. And we're looking for a warm water trout. And it's in Upper Lenosha. Let's see, where does the map... Nope, that's the turn-in. Off the shores of Oakwood, so it's going to be over here. Ah, let me go. Probably better from the actual shoreline. Okay. Welcome to Profession Quest. They don't get easier till Stormblood. They don't. I really was rather annoyed by the Heavensward Profession Quest, specifically the Crafter ones. The Botanist ones weren't bad, but the Crafter ones. Okay, we have one. It is very rainy and wet. I was hoping the water would stay in the water instead of all over me. Oh, good, it's clearing up. They even have the animation and the sounds of trailing the bait along just like you would in fly fishing. Like you do the whole whipping it back and forth bit to make it look like it's landing on the water repeatedly, but you have to give the fish something to catch. The line breaks and the fish gets away with your oh, that's mean. Fishing just got harder. That's a dark bass. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not the thing. That's a fairy bass. I'm glad this is the last one we need to do. The cake you made? Yeah. Was it delicious? You had extra peanut butter frosting, so you got a donut? Fair. That peanut butter frosting does sound good. You're putting more frosting on the chocolate frosted donut. Best choice. Best choice. Oh, the cat is yelling again. That's not the one we want. I don't want to release the fish. I want the fish that I want. And I have the bag space to wait for it. Why do the fish keep getting away? Increases the chance of landing a large-sized fish by 50% while reducing hook efficiency by 40. That's not it. That reduces time in the water. Restores GP. Precision hook set. Negates inefficient hooking status. Has no effect on certain fish. We have Angler's Art on. Let's chum the waters and see if we can get the ones we want. I think fishing might end up being the most annoying quest lines. Another fairy bass. I hate this. Warm water trout. That's 2 out of 5. So since we're fishing and it's going to take a while, I'll talk about fishing as a kid. So, when I was a child, there were these... It wasn't like a summer camp, but it was kind of like a day camp. My friend's parents were pretty much operating this for the elementary school that I went for, but they'd have all of these different like week-long day camp classes. I took a baking class in one of them where we learned to make cornbread, and I took a class to learn how to yo-yo because it was offered and it sounded like fun, and several of the people I knew were going to be there. And then there was a fishing one that my parents signed me up for, and oh, thank goodness, it's done. And then there was the fishing one. And so there was a gated community near my elementary school, and it had a lake in it, as many gated communities do. So we went to this tiny little park that was on the water and just fished for like 6 hours a day. It was very interesting, and I didn't catch anything, and I'm kind of glad because I didn't want to think about what I would need to do with it. I spent a lot more time with the ducks, just hanging out with the ducks, and got freaked out because there was a snake that slithered across the water. How can Arietta bait fish without bait? You truly fish trout using fake food? Indeed, for all the fish know, the lure may as well be live. Arietta skillfully used them to catch these tasty tasties. You see, Chichurun, deception lies at the heart of fishing. Yes, yes, lies lie at the heart of fishing. Chichurun no fool, Chichurun fool fish. Precisely. Well, I trust that we've managed to guide you to the path of self-sufficient fishing. I'm wearing initiate slops. These are better gloves. And I'm wearing the shoes, so we'll take the gloves. Hi, Anna, how are you today? It's good to see you. Okay. So that was our last level 20 job quest. Let's see. And we're just repairing all of our gear. And it all looks to be in order. So, you're having a happy day? I'm glad to hear it. I'm having a good day too. It's been a longer stream than usual because the quests that I was doing took about an hour longer than I was expecting. So we just finished those. I think I'm going to head over to do a little bit of the MSQ, just to go a little bit longer since we've been having such a good time already. Okay, so which job do I want to do that on? And what are our job levels at? So 22, 23, 24, and this is 21 up to 24. So I think that Thaumaturge is the lowest experience. So we're going to teleport over to the Hawthorne Hut. So because we've gone long today, we're only going to do a few of the MSQ quests just so that we've done something that's not a job quest and we've made progress on the main storyline. Delexia? What does Walking One want with this one? Elder One warned us this one not to get too friendly with Walking Ones. So now we are going to dance and greet Delexia. Ah, Walking One is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious Elder One of Forest City. Knows how to dance in these ones' hearts. Okay. And over here, Amixia. This one is weaving cloth. Walking one would know more. This one does not trust walking ones who do not show respect. Walking one would be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if walking one learned the secret, walking one could not weave the same way. I really like the sylphs. They are very cute, even if they do look like flying cabbages. Walking one's belly is rumbling. This one is not making a meal. This one is boiling bark and flower seeds to dye thread. Color must be jolly, and so must a greet making. Ooh, walking one knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Okay, and now we can talk to Ida again. Arietta, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Oh, Ida. Arietta, as an adventurer, you are no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. These sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hera Imedia. Of the Gridanians who reside here, she is the most like to be privy to the sylphs' troubles. And there's a quest on the map. So according to our rules, since quests have appeared on our minimap, we now have to accept those quests. Because we are doing all of the quests and all of the jobs in this game. So we'll just grab them as we go. Walking one may dance many dances, but this one doesn't like walking ones. Why? Because walking ones don't listen. That's why. If walking one wants to be friend to this one, walking one should listen, and listen good. This one has itchy spot on back. Walking one should poke it. Okay. Tee-hee! Walking one fell into trap. Touching this one turns walking one's skin into moss. Tee-hee! Mossy one's skin turns greener and greener. Mossy one should examine self to see how silly Mossy one has become. Examine self. Oh, I have to do it while... So I've clicked onto them. Examine self. Hee hee hee! Walking one is so silly. There is no curse, silly one. This one tricked silly one good, yes? This one is smart. Silly one should congratulate this one for being so very smart. Okay. Congratulate. Did I spell it correctly? I did not spell it correctly. You have to type them correctly in the chat box. That's right, silly one. This one is very, very smart one. Silly one is smart to know this. Silly one makes this one laugh. This one likes to laugh. Maybe silly one is not so bad after all. These are identical. And I have the goatskin arm guards. Do I have these? No. They might be better, so we'll grab them. Oh, you have more quests for me. Now do you? Okay. These ones need help. Please help these ones. Vile ones called buzzing gigas think these ones are food. Attack these ones. Attack whenever these ones go into the forest to bathe in sunlight. Some of these ones have gone into the forest to lure out vile ones. This one wants walking one to wait for vile ones. Wait nearby and slay vile ones that come. That is not correct in the captions. Okay, so we have accepted the quest, but we are not doing it yet. We are picking up the rest of the quests. Oh, walking one, please listen. This one was frolicking in the forest, as this one likes to do, when nasty tusked ones come huffing and puffing and charging. This one was so frightened. This one is too scared to go back to the forest. Walking one can make tusked ones go away, yes? This one would dance for joy. Tusked ones hide in bushes. Walking one should be careful. Okay, I think that's all of the quests in the minimap, so now it's just picking up the MSQ. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray, hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from the malms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Ziz Gorlins and Galnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie brushes as well. They play an important role in sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easy to come by. When you are done with these deeds, seek out Kumuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Okay, so we are about an hour and 10 minutes over time. We got a lot done today. We picked up new quests and got rid of old ones. So for our job quests, the next ones for the job-specific quests are going to be at level 25. Arcanist is almost there, but not the other ones. I think this is probably a good time to end things for today, but I will be back on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And look, we had, I think, 19 or 20 quests at the beginning, and now we're down to 12 out of 30. So we've made quite a bit of progress in getting through this very long list of quests. Okay, so this one. All right, so thank you again to everybody who has come by to watch today. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you to the new followers who have come by. I appreciate you as well for giving my stream a shot. Uh, yeah, it's it's been a good week. It's been a good week. We are making progress on goals. am halfway to having the necessary funds in order to upgrade my computer. And once that upgrade happens, I will be able to more easily stream in general. But we won't have as much lag and there won't be as much loading time in the game because it will be able to load faster. I have the new CPU and RAM in my possession, but I need a CPU cooler and the motherboard. Um, so if you are interested in helping, such as these people in the special thanks Ko-fi supporters, um, the links can be found through my link directory, which is here on screen and in chat, as well as being in the About section on Twitch. All right, so again, that's where I'm going to end it for today, but thank you again for being here, and I hope to see you all again on Tuesday. Have a lovely Friday and a wonderful weekend. I hope that you all get to have some time to relax and stay hydrated and not let the weather get to you because, oh my goodness, it is very hot here. All right, I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you all have a good one. Thank you, dear adventurers, and I'll see you next time. Bye!